about to bed.
Bye. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Pink here. Welcome back to another Drive-Thru Movies. As usual, if you haven't done already, please hit the subscribe button. I am joined today by the very young, the very handsome, the very talented Grant Keelan.
Hello there.
We are going off to see Schemers.
I thought it was Tenet.
Oh shit, I got the wrong film star here.
Damn it.
Well, I'm glad you could join me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's nice to have a member of the cast here to be able to speak to about it.
Yeah, I'm in it, yeah. That's so weird to be able to see my name up on the big screen. You know,
Up in lights.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is very surreal. I was saying that the other day when I was interviewed by STV for it, which again is a sentence which is just so very strange to say.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about it. It's about Dave McLean, who also directed the film, right? Did he write it as well?
He wrote it, yeah.
Shout out to our boy Khaled. He has a writing credit on it, doesn't he?
He does, yeah, the editor. Yeah, Khaled done a fantastic job with it.
He's awesome.
Yeah, but it's based on a true story. Basically, it's about the three guys from Dundee that essentially beat the odds and put on an Iron Maiden gig at the Caird Hall in 1980. It's quite a nice wee story, I think.
Yeah.
It's been getting good reviews, which is nice.
Tell me a little bit about how you got involved.
Well, I was basically at work one day and someone came in and told me about these auditions that were happening over Facebook. So I quickly sent a little email and got an audition. Did an audition at the Caird Hall, and then I got called for a recall audition down in London.
So did you go and meet them all directly and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, or?
Yeah. Well, when we got the production all together, just before we started filming, I got to meet John, who I play in the film as well. I got to speak to him and get a feel for who he was.
What was it like taking on kind of real people, like as a thing?
It's kind of nerve-wracking. I've never done anything like that before. Because obviously you want to be authentic, but you still want to be able to put your own spin on it as well. Which I did. I won't say how, but I did.
Have you heard from him what he thought of your performance? So?
Yeah, he likes what I did. But he did say, I wasn't like, he didn't put it as politely as I'm way to put it, but he's like that. I was a bit thinner. Like,
you calling me fat?
But yeah, no, he enjoys the film, and the boys enjoy the film, and Dave loves the film, which is what you want, really.
Yeah. I mean, it's so good for Dundee. It's good for Scotland. It's the first feature film produced in Dundee, right?
It is, yeah. It's the first kind of one with a big budget, which even by comparison to other films is quite a small budget.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, no, it is. It's going to be great for Dundee. It's just about kind of harnessing that momentum, and I think that's the thing, though. I was talking to somebody about it earlier about how typically with stories like this, the films always tend to start with someone moving to the big city. They move to London, they move to New York, and they try and find their feet, whereas this actually kind of takes the reverse approach. It shows you the person before they make that decision to move to the big city. And it's like really about all three of them daring to try something different. They get involved with some bad guys along the way. There are gangsters and drugs present in the film. I wouldn't say that they are the main focus of the story, which is what you would see in a Scottish film. There would always be an emphasis on kind of the negative side of it, whereas I think this is more a story of inspiration.
Yeah, that's good. What did they go through to kind of try and bring this to the big screen? I mean, like, what was the experience of it for you, like, having maybe never really
Again, that was kind of crazy. I mean, like, when I auditioned for it, I genuinely just thought it was going to be, if I was really lucky, I would get to see it at the DCA.
Yeah.
But at the most, I would hope for would be some showreel footage for a showreel. So the fact that it's come this far, I mean, I remember when we won the Audience Award at Edinburgh International Film Festival, that was just crazy.
That's
because
awesome.
You just didn't expect it.
Yeah.
But everybody seems to be, I guess, connecting with it and enjoying it, and I don't think it's one of those films that you really need to take quite as serious as you would take a lot of other films. It doesn't rely on superheroes. You know, your spoiler alert, but your main protagonist is not a ghost the entire time. Yeah, it's just one of those films that you could go in, just kind of allow yourself just to sit back and enjoy it. The whole thing's been a process, but it's good to be here. It's good to be able to look across here and see a poster with my name on it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, man, it must be pretty wicked. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah. I don't know how much of a review I can actually give because I'm kind of in it, so I'll try to be as impartial as I can.
Good luck. We will catch you guys in a few seconds.
Okay.
Bye. So, that was Schemers.
Yeah. Woo!
Well done, man. That was really good.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
You know, you don't have to just say that, by the way, just because I'm here.
I'll tell you guys what I really thought of it when he fucks off. No, I thought it was a lot of fun. Everyone was really good in it.
Yeah. I noticed that this time around. I've seen it a lot of times now. But this time around, like, the more I watch it, the more I could stop focusing on the things that I'm doing, and I could actually just allow myself to actually enjoy the film. This time around, I was sitting watching it. I love Connor and Sean to bits.
Who was playing who? Sorry,
Connor played Davey and Sean played Scott.
I am in love with Scott. I'm just telling you that right now.
Yeah,
he was the best character in it. No offense.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But
I'll just see myself out.
So fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Sean was great to work with. He just brings this energy to the film, to the set, and everything like that. I was sitting there. I was watching Connor, who plays Davey. You know, I was sitting watching all of his little reactions and things that, like, you have to watch it a few times to really pick up on. And I'm like, you know what, he's really good in this.
So story-wise, Davey, to get himself in with a girl, sets himself up like a disco, hooks up with your character.
I mean, it's like, it all starts out with the discos, and then she kind of asks him, did you manage to get Simple Minds? And he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, booking some, I guess, what we would obviously think of as being like kind of high-profile name. There was a lot of it being kind of right place, right time, it seems. And,
yeah, well, that's the thing. It was the 80s, you know, these bands were just starting. I mean, the idea of being able to book Simple Minds for 6 cans and a bag of chips, you know.
Yeah. There was a lot of nice Dundee flavour with, like, the bum on the street and stuff like that. The guys from the Mirror Trap, clocked them in there somewhere as well. Oh, this is great, isn't it?
I know, right? Just automatically made eye contact with someone in the car next to me. It was awkward.
Was she like, that's the guy for the film?
I just stood outside there while I was waiting on you to go to the toilet, and not a single person recognised me, so I'm a chameleon, sir.
It's the curly hair.
That's
the curly hair. You've not got the mop.
That's it. I hated that hairstyle.
You look good. I'll tell you who I loved. Your fucking wife was brilliant.
She was really good. That's Paula.
She was so funny.
I went to college with Paula.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
It was one of those things, graduated, didn't see each other for years, and then I went to the audition in London, and she just walks through the door. In
terms of, like, other Scottish films and things like that, I was trying my hardest not to even think about comparing it to Trainspotting because it's the quintessential Scottish film, but such a really high energy kind of opening again.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me a little of Trainspotting because it just starts off running literally.
Yeah.
You're in good company there, and that could definitely worm its way into being a wee Scottish classic.
I'm hoping that would be nice. I know a lot of the reviews and everything compare it to Trainspotting. For me and the guys personally, we don't see it as being anything kind of like Trainspotting, other than a couple of little editing sequences.
Yeah.
If you think about the story, what happens in it, I mean, I said in an interview with the Courier that I thought it had the feel-good vibe of something like Restless Natives.
Yeah.
But story comparison, I'd actually say it was probably closer to something like The Full Monty in terms of people putting on this kind of performance to get a bit of money. You know, it's closer to that for me than it is Trainspotting. Yeah,
it doesn't have the kind of bleak nihilism, if you will, of Trainspotting. You know, yeah. I mean, Trainspotting does obviously kind of like become a bit more uplifting, but that just kind of put the fun in it all. There was so much positivity about, you know, a guy going out there to try and achieve his dreams.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the where the focus should really be in terms of like viewers going to see it. You know,
the music was great.
Yeah, I like the music.
It really carried it along. Khaled has done beautifully with the editing. I really enjoyed it. So behind the scenes and stuff, which parts did they kind of take some artistic liberties with?
Well, unfortunately, the part where me and Davey were stranded in the middle of the Tay, part was not true.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was pretty fun though. Looked Baltic.
It was quite funny to film that because obviously we filmed us washing up on shore a different day from the day we actually filmed being stuck in the middle. But I remember everybody's coming up to him like that. Oh, you look so cold. Like there's a towel and everything. It's the middle of May. It's fine. I'm not that cold. I'm just acting. Like, however, the scene where we were standing smoking a joint in Broughty Ferry. Don't do drugs, kid. That was actually a reshoot that we did in January. Between takes, we're just like shivering like that. But yeah, no. As far as artistic liberty is, like that's the main one that kind of stands out for me. Most of it is true.
But yeah, do go see it. Support the local
Scottish cinema.
It's actually easily a family film.
Despite it being a 15, don't bring your kids.
Like I mean, that's clearly just for the kind of
the bad language and
drug references and things like that. But you know, even the gangsters and stuff were pretty hamming it up a little bit. It was quite cheesy.
Okay.
They were kind of villainesque.
Fair dues.
Thanks for coming along.
No, I've really enjoyed this. It was nice to be able to just kind of sit down and just watch the film.
Yeah.
Especially when we were sitting kind of close to the back, because I could pick up on some of the audience. I've seen it so many times that it's kind of wearing thin, but at the point where you hear someone enjoying it for the first time, it's like,
it's always good. But yeah, go check it out. Still in cinema for a couple of weeks, assuming I get this up quickly.
That's fine. Like, I mean, if you miss it, it's probably going to be on VOD, but at some point next year, I think. But go to cinema. Most cinemas have some pretty good social distance measures in place.
Thank you for coming along. Would that I could have a member of the cast from every film that I review.
That would be great.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And again, I would probably need a few more followers for that to happen. On that note, see that segue there?
I like that.
Hit that subscribe button and see more videos from us.
I think the next one, like, we'll probably get the Batman. We'll get Robert Pattinson in the back, and you know.
No bother. I'll just call him up. Rob. You need it.
Mate, remember Twilight? You kind of owe me for this, so could you get...
I sat through all of them.
Every single one.
Every single fucking thing. I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, alright, no bother.
I know.
He's so funny the way he rags on those films.
I know.
But yeah, check it out. Schemers. Dundee's finest.
I know.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Okay. Social distance.
That was rubbish. Let's try that again.
Okay. Boom. Here's my face. Oh my god.
How has it gone so curly?
It's weird. That's what lockdown revealed to me, is that I have curly hair.
Lockdown has revealed quite a lot of it.
It has.
It's revealed the fat bastard in me.
I don't live here.
I know you
like,
don't.
This is not my... Am I just getting kicked out? Is that what's up?
Yeah, it's fine. You just leave. There's a van coming. Yeah, don't even wave then.
No, how very dare you, sir?
How very ruddy dare you? I thought it was a lot of fun. Like for the first opening, from the opening, from the word go.
Yeah, it's really about this time around. I was sitting watching it. I was sitting watching all of his, especially when we were sitting here. And I was sitting there. I was watching. It was nice to be able to just kind of sit down and just watch the film.